Well, how's everybody doing? I want you to see this beautiful day. We got a lot of cars out here. This is the 13th annual Mossy Creek Cruzers, and this is a benefit car show.
Sure is.
No entry fees here. You need to bring toys because there's a lot of kids normally that need help at Christmas time getting something, and this year is a special to
Great cause.
yeah, the East
Great
Tennessee
cause.
area was kindly hit hard in western North Carolina and the storms, and there's going to be a lot of kids, and this is just great to see all these cars out here. But I have a special guy with me here today, and he has a very special truck that you are going to love seeing. And this is my good friend Yancey. We met at a car show, didn't we?
Sure did.
Sure did.
Sure did, brother.
And he is going to tell us all about his beautiful Chevrolet pickup. His C10 is just amazing. Won't you tell us a little bit of the history on this truck? Where'd you get it from, and what drawed you to the C10 versus say F100?
Right. Well, I definitely come from a family of Chevrolets. My dad bought this truck back in 1976 from a guy out of Fort Gordon, Georgia. And I can remember I was a little boy, and I'd sit in his lap, and he'd let me change the gears on the tree, you know, as he would shift, push into clutch. And I'd beg him and beg him and beg him. He'd say, son, well, as long as you keep the grades up and do a good job, we'll see when you get 15 years old. So sure enough, my 15th birthday come along, and doggone if he didn't give me my truck.
And you've had it all these years.
And I've had it ever since.
And man,
ever since.
Fantastic job with
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, I went away to the Marine Corps, settled down on the West Coast, and then I had the truck shipped out to me. And at that time, it was a 9-year build for when I finally got the money right. Attended my first SEMA show back in 2014, and that's when I had some awesome sponsors come along that saw their products on the truck and just wanted to be a part of the build. Things didn't go all as planned with the first builder, so I ended up having to go back in, which then just allowed me to have all the sponsors come in. Great sponsors like Classic Performance Parts, CPP, which is for the blue collar guy that, you know, great products at a great price. Bedwood and Parts, I mean, House of Color, doggone, so many great companies. I mean, so many great companies. Falcon Tire, all these great companies that helped bring this thing together. Now, the funny thing about this truck is my wife actually picked the color of the truck and the bedwood. Now, if you'd have told us back in 2014 we'd be living in Tennessee, I'd have laughed you out of the room. But it's great people. You know, we truly love living here now. And, you know, love showing this truck here and just being able to see responses from people when they walk around and see all the attention to detail. You know, my builder, Dermy Close out of Close Fabrications there in Las Vegas, built this truck, and just did a phenomenal job. The attention to detail on there, you know, exactly that Marine in me. That's what I wanted, and he did just that.
That is cool. The Tennessee area has a very good car scene here.
They do.
I mean, there's a lot of shows, and the thing about this is the people just welcome you in. It don't matter where you're at in the country, where you come from, where you move from. We all love cars, and you got a nice one here.
Well, thank you, brother.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the color on the truck and exactly what color it is?
Yeah, so this is a House of Color Sunset Pearl. We did a white eggshell underbase under it, then we did it with the color, then we cleared it with the Euro Clear. Now, a lot of people don't like the Euro because it takes an extremely long time to harden up, but since it was built out in Vegas, we put that bad boy out in that Vegas sun and just let it bake for about 3 to 4 weeks. But yeah, that's the color you see, and as you walk around, it actually plays with your eyes depending how the sun actually hits it for that pearl to come out in the house color paint itself.
And as far as what power plant you running and stuff like that?
I'm just running an old school 350 that's bored 30 over. I got Isky high lump cam in it, Vortec heads. I got an Eldbrock air clean, and then the Phytec fuel injection 400 horsepower series. She's a thumper.
Now that fuel injection system there.
Yes.
A lot of people are going to that now.
Yes.
How do you feel about it versus running a naturally aspirated carburetor?
Well, you know, the funny thing is, you know, on a cold morning like this morning where it's 41 degrees, you'd have to usually go out there and crank it up, keep your foot on the carburetor a little bit, let it warm up.
Right.
But the funny thing was, the wife told me she wouldn't ride with me because she got tired of smelling like gasoline. So she goes, I want fuel injection so that you can go out there and crank it up, let it run. And it does. It doesn't skip a beat. Phytec is a phenomenal company. to have.
Yeah.
Great customer service. If you have any problems, they're easy to get a hold of. They send you whatever you need. Love having their products on my vehicles.
That's cool. Now the thing about this is it really hits home. You're running parts that I run, and all these guys, and cleaning product and
Right.
some of the paint.
Right.
And this is a Zima truck.
Yes.
You've had this truck at Zima.
Yes.
And it's cool that everybody knows who Zima is and how big that
It's
show is.
It's the World Series of car shows.
And to have a guy here running the same products we run,
Absolutely.
that's really cool.
Absolutely.
And that really shows, that's a real testament to their products.
Yeah, that, and once again, I'm a blue collar guy. A lot of people see the truck, but again, I tell people it was a 9-year build for when I finally got the money right. But I looked for companies that I could afford.
Right.
And these companies, they stand behind their products. I just didn't want to be another number to them. So then, they saw the build and they were like, something, we want to be a part of this. Let us help you, showcase our products. And that's exactly what you see, and you see on all these other vehicles is their great products.
Right. Yeah, that's man. Now, as far as the suspension on this truck, sitting pretty low.
Yes.
Are you on air ride?
Yes, I'm on air ride all the way around, but I'm running CPP tubular front, upper and lower control arms. I did a 4/6 drop, C-notch the rear, tubular control arms in the back. But again, my air ride system mounted right in the brackets they make.
Right.
No problems whatsoever. Yep. So there was no modifying or anything. So they make it so easy to just bolt right in place. They make it for your model. Once again, great customer service, family owned, operated for many years. Just great products.
Now I can contest to what he's saying, because if you go back and look at our videos on our 60, those air rides, they just bolt right in, because I'm one that don't like to chop up anything.
Correct.
I don't have to.
Correct.
And those air ride systems now, I mean, if you get them for your application, it's just plug and play basically.
It's plug and play.
And that's about how our 60 is,
Yep.
our Bel Air, and it's such a great ride.
Yeah, it is.
It's really
It
great
is.
ride,
It
soft
is.
ride. Now, wheel and tire package on this thing.
Yeah. So the wheels on it are from Raceline Wheels. The tires itself are from Falcon Tire. Raceline Wheels again saw the truck, and they were like, we want to be a part of the build. So they asked me to send them a paint sample of the car, of the truck. So I sent it to them, and they did all the powder coating, tried to get it as close as possible, so that they could have their products on the truck. But again, just a great company to work for. Falcon Tire, great products as well. Love the ride. Low profile tire, usually you feel every knot as you go down the road. Don't feel it, just great product.
Now, you said something interesting there. You sent them a sample of the paint.
Yes.
But then they powder coated.
Correct.
They done and they matched that powder coat to this paint. It's amazing how close they got, if it's
Close
not
as
dead
possible.
on.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Let's get a shot of these wheels, and then let's go around to the back of this truck and talk about the bed and the thing.
Yeah.
Wow. And this truck just pops. The color it just pops on this.
And again, once it, as you walk around, depending on how the sun hits it, the pearl's going to come out in a different way right now.
Now, there's a little interesting story behind the wood in this bed. Will you elaborate a little bit on this wood, because this is not something you see all the time, this grain pattern.
Yeah, so this wood comes from Bedwood Parts out of Kentucky. They have an exotic line that they offer, and this is called lace wood. It's a hardwood that comes out of Australia. Once again, my wife picked the bedwood, so when we got the package, it comes as a kit. So we were able to sand it down. We put their product on to start to finish, and then we cleared it with the exact same clear that we did with the rest of the truck. So then if I need to go in and buff it or polish or whatever I need to do, I can do that easily. The strips, I did not want bolts showing in the bed of my truck, so they have the chrome strips that you can put right over the top of them so that you can conceal the bolts and never see them.
That's one of those little minor touches
Absolutely.
that will really put a build of any caliber over the top.
Yes.
It's the real minor details
Yes, sir.
that you do that really make a car or a truck stand out in a show or pop as you're going down the road. That wood's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Your wife's a good builder.
She kept with the theme, but yes, absolutely. You know, that's probably the two biggest. I have three major questions. What color is the truck? What's the name of the bedwood? And then, of course, the tires or the rims itself, but then they can see that's from Raceline. But those are like the three biggest questions I always get questions about the truck.
Now, the inside is just fabulous inside. I see that you've done a period correct carpet in this.
Yeah, so what we wanted, once again, custom, but not so over the top custom that you couldn't tell the year. I just wanted to keep it nice, clean. You know, I covered up all the wiring and everything in the back. So my carpet guy came in and was able to see what I wanted to do, built the boxes for me, covered them with the exact same leather, and so then it just flows. Your eyes flow through the truck instead of it being choppy. Another little thing that I've learned, right now when I take it, I don't have door rubbers on it because I didn't want your eyes getting caught on the door rubber. I want your eyes to go inside the cab itself. So little tricks, little things that you learn going to shows. But yeah, love the interior. I run the Black Widow Venom 250 exhaust up underneath it, so I don't get droned out the cab.
Right.
It goes out the back of the truck. So, but yeah, so that's another thing. I do have some matting inside to help with heat and sound itself, but not too over the top that it just, you know, gets lost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the interior is spot on this truck.
Thank you.
I mean, it's just spot on. The color of the material versus the paint is spot on, and then the carpet a little bit of a darker. It really works. I mean, everything just so beautiful here. I mean, it's just so beautiful.
I really appreciate that.
And
Thank you.
I can't imagine anybody who wouldn't love to own this truck. And this is a very nice. And I'm glad to see that you've got it out in these local car shows.
Yes.
Like I said before, Tennessee they have a big car scene here. You know, we have Rod Run here, and then of course when you get out west Tennessee, you have C10 Nationals, which is where you was last week.
Just last week.
And if you can go there, you'll see anything you want to see at C10 National.
Absolutely. Over 1,800 trucks. It was very cool. Very cool.
So Tennessee offers a whole slew of just any kind of show. C10 National, Redneck Rumble for all you rat rod guys like myself, and then all these local shows. And I mean, as you can see in our background, there's well over 100 cars here today.
Oh, easy.
And for a great cause too. I mean, this is just fabulous.
And there's some top dollar builds in here.
There are some very high end cars in this show.
Sure are.
So this is a great, and I really appreciate you spending some time to really go over the truck and tell some of the stories.
So very welcome.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate it.
So very welcome.
Yes, sir. Well, good luck to you today.
Thank you.
And beautiful truck. Beautiful. Just over here. This is I've done this YouTube. We were sitting around joking one day. Now I watched. I've always liked this body style around here.
William's got a cab and fenders like they want to sell.
That's a good looking ride right there.
That is. Why would you do that bed that way?
Fenders
been. Could have been. And that's a good way to describe
If they
it.
was, that's a good idea.
It is. It's like that bed I'm putting together for a truck I'm building. I can't decide how high I want it.
Right.
I want to put the gas tank over the one 18-gallon gas tank going. So I'm gonna get my bedside where I want it. Then
Well,
put
that's
the gas
okay.
tank over it. Won't be ready.
Good. Pretty rock right
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's a disease.
Yeah, I mean, I brought it like this. And this year the weather was nice, so I thought, let's take that.
I get that. I know, but I don't. I recognize the place. It's pretty nice.
Man, that is a sharp. I like that black. That's great.
Maybe. Up at that show. I'm trying to think what show. Was this up at the book club?
I would. Maybe, but I don't recognize it.
Yeah, I think we really talked about this. I believe it's.
I really like that material. I like that paint on that thing.
Yeah, it's deep, ain't it?
It looks like it's the same year, and it says you're yellow. You're yellow in 65.
I'm 64.
You don't see a lot of that.
And that's one. I like that body style better. I never did like the rumble. Yeah, this is but she should know.
They didn't announce that too early.
Right, something went haywire right
Yeah.
there. That's like you and I. You know, we announced we're not going to judge trouble. Kind of something. Well, because of the weather. The two that showed up there in the weather, I could see that. And there is exceptions to every rule. You can't beat them. Why Chevrolet never picked that up, I don't know. But they just stuck with Rams until later on up in the year and went to Squire. I wonder. I'd say that car don't get driven after dark, but you know, they yeah. Have you seen any of the clubs? I really don't like the front end on none of these. I think it's just too fat. Chevrolet Crosser is easy.
And I think you can get a new one for 90.
That's an early. Early 54. They died late. The second
with, you know, swap drawings and everything in the world. You know what I'm saying?
That was the first year that
I would
they
really like to be in LA swapped on that. Well, that part, engine's the cheap part. Nobody.
Those mirrors, you can't get no better thing. I mean, that's full.
It is a 70.
So,
I think mine was 70. I think mine was 76.
This one is clean.
I like that color on there.
It sure is clean.
There's that car like yours sits there beside the Green Mustang.
Yeah, we're gonna get it good too. Hey, I like this color on this truck right here. Green. It pops on there, don't it?
Yeah, that's you can't get in that one unplugged.
Himself, and he doesn't. Well, I know he's 390. Nice car. He gave me one of his cars. He said, "I'll hit you with your car a little bit if you want to give me a haul." I said, "I ain't hauling that."
Yeah, he's got that, I forget the name of it. Popcorn.
Yeah. I saw him down at the show at Lakeview. New school down there.
Oh, likewise, yeah. Last week I was there. Well, I'm like me, what you say? I said I'm like me. I just like I done work on them. Yeah. We're going back over this coming week.
I got 2 boxes of puppies in line. Just turned.
I didn't know that on Studebaker boxes. George Spears.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Camper top on it, don't it?
On either of those nachos, I like either. 56, 67, 65 like this. I really like the 56 like that. But when it comes the wagons that I don't really care for.
That's not my car. We'll be back in there.
That little Falcon, because it had that roll up there on the headlight, made it just a little bit better.
I had a dream when it's like it.
I love these things. Oh.
Hey, and next. You don't see these very often.
No, you don't. This one's sharp too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the blinds in there.
I know.
What color on this front?
Mm-hmm. This truck's fully restored.
Yeah. Good job on it too.
Look at her.
That's absolutely gorgeous. Notice it hashtag door handle.
Yeah, I've seen a few in here with shaved door handles.
And check out the late model 302 Boss engine up under the hood. This is a great driving car.
She's pretty.
I I like this truck right here. It's a little faster. I love how they done under the hood with the satin blue.
Yeah. Keep it clean.
Got the duster.
It is a 72.
Time to see. See that old gray haired man, right? You see my that enjoy that.
It's pretty. Dang, that thing's long.
Pretty too.
It is. Chevy Impala. What year is this?
67. That's really beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
Huge tracks on the bed of this. It's nice.
Yeah.
Well, we have found a nice one this time. This is a beautiful Mustang. I'm here with the owner, and she's going to tell us a little bit about this thing. What year is it, and where'd you get it?
It's a 64 and a half. I actually found it from a guy who had restored it. He repainted it back the original color. I actually was looking for a 65, but I was happy with this one. She's actually an automatic. The interior is original. It has been restored as far as the engine's been rebuilt and the outside's been repainted, but interior is all original. It's been my dream car for years. I was so excited to actually find it. It's named after my mother, who passed away right before I got it. I said I shouldn't do that, make it stubborn, but you know. But
It's beautiful.
thank you. It's really fun to drive, even though you do miss the, you know, the nice padded seats in the new ones, but I do enjoy it.
I get it. I totally get it. This red is absolutely beautiful.
It's called Ragoon Red.
Ragoon?
Yeah. I said it's actually a factory color. He just repainted it back the same color.
How long has it been since you had the upholstery redone in the car?
It's never been redone. That's
Never. It's
Really?
original, yeah.
That's original.
Wow.
It's called the pony package. It has the running horse and the dash is a little different. It has the 5 gauges instead of the 3 big, like the 3 big ones.
Nice. This is really something. The interior has held up amazingly well.
Yeah,
in the car.
it really has. I've been really pleased with it, and it's pretty easy to keep clean. Now, some of them didn't have this trim, but this was special edition did have the chrome on the bottom and this chrome right here. 66s all had this, but this was just on a special package for this year.
Absolutely stunning. And you drive this car. You drive it quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I took it to North Carolina a couple times.
really?
Drove it to a show in Virginia last summer. Yeah, it's only been trailered a few times. I've got an enclosed car hauler, but I trailered it when I went to a show in Nashville, and then I've trailered it to Maggie Valley before, but we drove it this year.
Right.
I mean, you know, she'll hold her own on the interstate. So
Right. What is it a 289?
289 high performance.
No. Factory automatic car.
Yes. I actually was looking for manual. My other 2 Mustangs are manual, and that's what I was looking for, but I said I can deal with one automatic.
Well, I tell you, I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world.
I thought about it, but I haven't decided not to.
Because, you know, when you see them, if you got one, they're hard to come by when they're all original the way they were.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people changing motors and stuff. And, you know, and it's something if you get, especially a convertible.
Yeah.
Convertibles are really hard to find in anything because they just rotted away,
Yeah.
you know, over the years and rusted out.
But I had always wanted a red 65 convertible, and like I said, they're actually titled as 65s. It was manufactured in July of 64, and the actual 65s didn't come out till September.
Right. And you know this car pretty good.
Yeah, I do.
You know this car pretty good. It's absolutely gorgeous. I appreciate you telling us
Oh,
about
no problem.
it. It really is. It's hard to find one this unmolested and still drivable.
Now, not many people have driven her besides me. My brother-in-law's driven her. My sister had driven her. And my niece and nephew each drove her just down the road and back, but that's it.
You let more people drive yours than I will let drive mine.
Those people, we drive each other's cars a lot, so...
I'm assuming they're car people too.
Yes.
Well, that's a little different. If they're car people, that's a
Yeah.
little different.
My sister has since passed away, but she used to come to shows with me, and I bring 2 cars because I've got 3 Mustangs altogether.
Nice. It makes it hard to figure out which one you want to drive.
Yeah. Lately, I've just been taking this one, but yeah.
Yeah, I run into that.
My brother-in-law's a truck driver, and when he would be home, we'd take all 3 of them because he'd take one, she'd take one, and I'd take the other one. And then my sister bought her a new Roush, so one of mine had to stay home after that.
Right. Well, I appreciate you telling us all about it. This is absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna get some good footage of it because I know everybody is gonna love this. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Thank you
American
very much.
Muscle.
Yes. I have actually have a shirt that says American Muscle since 1964.
Nice.
I'm going to do a little bit more dressing up under the hood. I'm going to put a battery cover over it. I've got one of my other 2. The one came on my Roush. We put one on the GT, and it just looks so much nicer.
Yeah, it does. Things like that, purple touches, they really go a long way.
Yeah, that's, it's so difficult, especially if I go there. I wanted those purple on the other. Now, last year, I did part of the shine there, I did this part of it.
Original, and I've not done anything to the paint. If there's even I don't think
I've got caught in the rain in this one before. Actually, yeah, the guy that I bought it from had never been in the rain twice. But I've got caught in the rain at shows, like on the way home. I went to a show in Virginia, Abington, Virginia. One of the Mustang clubs I belong to out of Kingsport, the president lives in Abington, and he's got a deal with the Ford dealership up there. And it started sprinkling, and then they said, go ahead and put all your stuff up in the